Oh, righty roo and kukikachu to you and all my nobodies not watching out there. It's the final episode, episode 7. I could have been here so much faster, but I talk too much. And it's goodbye ladle, and I wouldn't expect this to be a very long episode, sort of like an epilogue, just to sort of like round up what happened between that night, try to sort of half tie up the loose ends between all the other people, and also where I'm going, where, like it's just a tie up episode on how did you get from what you look like now to the unreliable narrator of the future that we're talking to right now. After Robert's party, I remember feeling like time had slowed down. Me and Day spent almost every minute together. Aww. We both knew that we'd only had so long together, so we wanted to our our make-out time count. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was reading that right. And to do that, I had a plan. Oh my god, you're back to the plans. This is just like, the plans? Really? They worked so well before. Yeah, I know what I said before about my plans. And it's true that they were utter failures. Worked out terribly. At best, mixed results. I was gonna say generally terrible. Okay, at least you're semi-realistic. But then deciding to have no plan was weirdly just another type. That's what I said earlier! You didn't. Yeah. I realized that making plans wasn't the problem. The problem was that my plans always involved me trying to be someone I'm not. Oh my god. Real fucking growth. It's fine to want to be better or try to put yourself out there, but I think I was being too hard on myself. I know, I'm starting to sound like you, Doctor. I mean, if you sound like the Doctor, it's probably a good thing. Oh, right, the plan. Well, this one was simple. Was it? No, it was actually simple this time. Not like being a ninja. The plan was to have a nice last day of school. Okay, I don't even have to pick. It's simple. Me, Day, and Taylor were hanging out in the halls between first and second period. Is Robert gonna be pissed off that we didn't chase after him? I was handling the whole moving away from Ladle thing pretty well. That's it. I'm not leaving. That's the opposite of moving away. That's the opposite of dealing with that well. That's okay. Stella. No, they can't make me. They? Who is they? Your dad? I don't recall you having a mom. I don't remember why. You just don't. They can't. Not if you turn 18. I mean, I don't know Canadian law, but I get the feeling like, I mean, you could go for a bid that if it wasn't left only in his name, that you could be like, I could keep this, and, you could try to fight him on it, or even just try to talk to him, and he might be like, you want to stay here? Alright. But, when you sell this place, I get half of it, or some shit like that, Like, all you eat is cereal and... Like, I told you not to use the blender, and you used it anyway. I don't know what that was about. I still don't understand that. I guess they can't, but after they close up for the summer, you might have to leave for, food and water. Thank you, Taylor. That's a very logical thing. So she was planning on staying in the school. Air conditioning. The necessities for survival. Taylor, I'm gonna miss this school. The tiny chairs, the mysterious mold, the creepy rumors. I'm even gonna miss my stinky locker. It still smells from Robert's sake. Yeah. I tried my best to scrub it and spray it. Air freshener. But it's a stubborn stink. No, the amount of effort that man, or Raptor, put into that is like, it was a bad thing in the first place, and then him going into detail about that was like, and to note that there's like 19 other socks, or well, 18 or 17. I think he told us where 2 others were. That's still, have they been found? Or they just, what? I just didn't want to, it just didn't want to leave, just like me. But now I must leave it. I'm not sure I'm ready to say goodbye. I guess you're feeling nostalgic right now, but it's just a funky smelling locker. It's not the locker, damn it! But it's my funky smelling locker. Yeah, Taylor. You know, I knew I shouldn't have said anything, but for some reason I said it anyway. I'm sorry, you're right. It's just that everything's changing so fast. The highway expansion is almost here. There's a bunch of new kids being shown around for next year already. What? Is that how that works? I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. I mean, maybe I could be wrong. That's not ever how it worked for me. Not that I'm aware of, but, you know, who the hell am I? And also, I don't live in Canada. And never have. I don't know that that's a thing where it's just like, oh, are you going to be a freshman, junior? You wouldn't need to be shown around unless you were a new kid from somewhere else. And would they be showing you around at the very end of the school year? Maybe. Not a bad idea, I just don't think that that's how things work. I don't know. Ladle High already feels different. I guess I'm really gonna miss it here. You were here for 1 year, and honestly, never saw you go to class. I have no idea what your class life, school life was like. It was your last year. We didn't even go to prom or homecoming, if that's a thing there. It was just you hanging out with these people you met on the first day, and that's it. And they're toxic relationship people. And that's basically it. Like, I don't know anything about this main character. I don't know anything about her. Like, what did she do? Did she make good grades? Don't know. Did she have any clubs? Don't know. All I know is that she became friends with the people she met the first day, and they weren't really a good friend group for each other, and they all were already sort of kind of dating, sort of maybe not, sort of yes, sort of yeah, no, someone else. And she knew Taylor from before things got worse for him. There's a new thing coming in, and her dad doesn't really exist. She mostly eats cereal, and it's very likely her dad is in AA, and that's why he didn't mess with the tequila or something. Like, why he didn't get, like, he just didn't want to be around it. I don't know. I don't know. You know? Yeah. No. You're not going to miss it at all. I don't know. Maybe. I'm just more excited about what's next. I'm tired of staring at the same old walls. Time for some new walls to stare at. Real talk, she's been there for 4 years and her entire life, probably. You've been here on and off and never actually went to school. This is your final. It's weird to be. It's your final year transferring somewhere. That's really unfortunate. That's not like a good way to do things. Like, because what were you supposed to do? Or I just can't believe I graduated. He's like, dude, I barely showed up. The fact that I still am graduating almost shines very poorly upon, you know, the whole education system. Haha, haha. I guess I'm better at this whole school thing than I thought. I think it says something that, okay, we got two people here we're going to compare. We got Taylor, who largely was, you know, at risk of truancy. He would maybe show up to school but not go to class. He didn't care about the projects. And then, honestly, he did kind of convert me to the fact that that project was stupid. But I was still thinking it was 1977, not 1997. So that changes my opinion, and we're not going to go into it. And then you got Day, who's like, you know, the bookworm that wants to be valedictorian, graduate with honors, all that stuff, overachiever. And she took she lost scholarships because she hung out with us. And you're like on the other side of it, but you still passed, even though realistically, should you? I was fully prepared to have to do summer school or something. You could do it anyway, pick up a few extra credits just for funsies. You realize who you're talking to, right? Like, extra credits for what? He didn't expect to graduate. Like, I mean, if he decides he wants to go to college, more power to him, but I just don't see it happening. That sounds like your kinds of funsies, not mine. Bell rings. Okay, I guess we should head to class. Yeah, the bell ringing pretty much means you're already late. Seniors are not. What the? Why are you three? What are you three doing here? What? Going to class? No. You did not just say you were going to class. Well, we weren't until the bell rang. Then we realized we were late, and then we were going to class. We just had not yet dispersed. Oh, he's going to encourage us into some shenanigans. Tell me you did not just say that you're going to class! Okay, well, let's get into trouble with Robert then. We did, though. Like, real talk. I can't tell you that. Like, I don't lie. My character doesn't lie. I lied the one time. That one time. That's all I can think of, the one time. And you call me coffee snob because of it. And honestly, it was like the smallest lie I could tell. The game made me lie. Because I would be lying. I'm just gonna come out with it. It might be hard to accept, but we said we were going to class. No, you're not though. Because today is National Skip Day. Seriously, all of Canada is just like every child that goes to high school will skip, or at least the seniors, or what? It's what? National Skip Day. It's the only best holiday, like, ever. Or are you just making it up because you were late to this and you didn't get to talk to us, and the last time we interacted with you, it was not great. Taylor, what is he talking about? It's the last day of school, basically. And because everyone's grades can't change, there aren't any consequences for skipping class. I'm not sure how that works in other countries, but if your attendance drops below a certain rate, you can still be screwed. I can't remember how it played out. I remember in that last week, a lot of people did not show up. And it became a thing where everybody who did show up either got like free bonuses to just being there. Like, here's a pop quiz. Did you show up to school today? It's like, yes. Like, there's only like a box that says yes, because otherwise you wouldn't. Like, you can't fail this except for not being here. And it's like, get a free extra 100 just for being here. It's like, but you could also still mess up your attendance record. And I was like, my attendance wasn't great. For various reasons. And so I was like, yeah, no. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, we're going to go and do this. It's like, well, I wasn't invited to any of those things. Didn't know about those things. And I get it. I understand why I wouldn't invite me either. Small class. It's fine. But I was there with a lot of the other people. It's like, basically all the people that I don't want here are gone, and the people that I like are still here. So, I mean, some of them are gone, but for the most part, this seems like a friggin' win. And we all just played Scrabble or random games or whatever. Like, it wasn't a big deal. It's not only consequence free, it's acceptable. It's accepted to skip. Actually, no. It's expected that you skip. Taylor, you knew this and you didn't tell them? I forgot. Okay. It's like, otherwise he wouldn't be here. Now that you mention it, that does explain why there was like nobody in first period. Yeah, we basically did nothing in English today. Mr. Garciano just handed out a crossword puzzle. Like, real talk. Like, yeah, that shit happens. They're just like, so some of you showed up. Didn't expect you to. I'm gonna... I have this. It'll take 2 minutes. Maybe. As long as you don't create havoc, you can do whatever you like. There's board games that are English related over there. Go ahead and have at them. I can't remember what we did. I think I actually just sat there and talked to my English teacher. I think I played Scrabble. I think some people read or draw or whatever. Like, I think most people just left. There was like a senior, maybe I'm just thinking of senior skip day, and I was just like, yeah, I didn't do senior skip day. I skipped very rarely. And when I skipped for my own purposes. I was just like, do whatever. I don't think I used senior skip day to go do like whatever they did, because I wasn't in the know. Exactly. So wait, why are you here then? Looking for you three? Oh. I mean, come on. It's Stella's last day here. Not about to let you waste it by actually going to class. Let's get out of here. Skip class? Seriously, Stella, even me, I'm just like, come on. It's already done. Everything's done. Apparently, they don't count this. I imagine you have great attendance. More so than everybody else here. Except for, you know, Day. Yes! Wow. I've never done that before. Sweet summer child. Then this is the day to do it, because it's the one day it doesn't even matter if you do. Like, me neither. Okay, then both of you. Come on. Alright. You know what? Let's do it! Nice copy, Snob. I was a little worried there for a second. Had to walk here, and it's a lot farther than you'd think. Dude, walk. Come on, you have, like, powerful raptor legs. Also, you have a dirt bike. I grabbed my stuff and said one last goodbye to the hallways of Ladle High. We piled in my truck and headed to the lake. I still feel like he's like, yeah, I came here to find you guys. Also, we should go soon because I totally left like some pranks somewhere and it's gonna smell real bad here, so you don't want to be here anymore. So let's go. Just in case you try to bitch out. Like, let's go. Because I totally left more socks. Like, really? You and the socks, buddy. When we got there, Robert went to the biggest tree he could find and started doing something. Is he a dendrophiliac? He wouldn't tell us what. He said it was a surprise. My guess is he's using one of his claws to carve in our initials as a sort of like friends forever kind of thing. That's my guess. There. Now everyone will always know. Know what? That we were here. That we were glorious! Sublime! Wow. Yeah. Right. It literally just says, we were here, though. I mean, who are we? Like, you should totally, like, define the we. Because if you were trying to make a statement as for, like, all the we of anybody that's been here, you know, everyone could, like, leave, like, a symbol, not necessarily, like, their initials or their name, just something. Like, it could just be, like, a stabby point. Like, you could just, like, make a circle or just, like, stab it. Just, like, carve, like a, even just, like, if you were to, like, to make, like, you know, like, the strike marks that make 5. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you do, like, the one that crosses it, and that's, like, 5. You could just do that, and just everybody who ever was there just participates in it. Like, who the we are isn't important. But, yeah. So how does anybody else know who we is exactly? I mean, are you know what I mean? Oh, I actually don't think it really matters. We know who that, and that's what counts, right? Maybe. If I were you, I would still add something that makes it unique. Or I would try to make it something that others can add to. You've already harmed the tree. If you're not going to put your names or like initials or like at least something, put a line and the 4 of you could be like 1, 2, 3, 4. You know? Which leaves the opening for someone else who comes along and says, I was here, too. I don't know who these 4 are. Or it could be Brandon, or Jessica, or even Ingrid. Maybe. And they could add in their strike, and then that could just be like, then continues on. Like, to me, that's kind of a cool thing. It's like, everybody who's like, you know, it doesn't matter who we are as individuals. You know, it's like a member of Fight Club doesn't have any name. But in death, we do. His name was Robert Paulson. His name was Robert Paulson. Totally. Nice save. Yeah. Couldn't help but think about my first day here. I can't believe it's barely been a year since I was here. Hanging out for the first time with all of you. It actually hasn't been a year because the school year is not a full year. You didn't show up at the beginning of summer or at the very tail end of the school year. So, it's not barely been a year. It's been less than a year. It's been a school year, barely. I was so nervous. I don't think I ever told any of you this, but my detention story was a huge lie. Thanks, Day. Appreciate the exposure there. Just, yeah, we know. Wait, really? Yeah, it was kind of obvious. Aw, man, that's so embarrassing. Shit. Really, Robert believed it? Was he the only person who believed it? I guess my whole "are you worthy" thing did kind of put you all on the spot, huh? Yeah, no, 100% I did not like that you were like, what's the worst thing you've ever done? It's like, one time, I shot a fucking raptor in the face. Like, fuck, what the fuck, dude? Well, kinda, yeah. My bad. But you were the first person to talk to me at school. Just the fact that you invited me to the lake was unbelievable to me. Really? Duh. You made probably one of the most memorable entrances I've ever seen. It was pretty dope. I think I made a audio outtakes for it. Like, his coming in on a skateboard and shit. I'm like, dude. I mean, look, I don't care who the hell you are. That's fucking awesome. Skateboarding looking all badass and did a prank on you. Yeah, I didn't know about that till I tried to open my locker. I don't know if you even meant to do a prank on me or it was just like I just fell into it, but whatever. Well, yeah. But you were the class rep and you were cool and you wanted to hang out with me after school. So, yeah, it sounds like a better first impression than I made. What do you mean? First thing you saw me do was fight with Ingrid. Actually, I saw you fighting with nobody. Lowercase n. I'm not involved. What? Ingrid was invisible, so I kind of thought you were yelling at me. Right. Damn it. She's like, so, that's actually worse. Not happy with that. Definitely not my best moment. No, your best moment with me was taking me flying into the sky and us kissing for question mark amount of time. And it being my first kiss and it being super romantic. Like, I'm not going to go through this game, find out what the other versions of the first kiss thing. I get the feeling they push it back until, like, you have to really, like, get there. But I have a hard time thinking that anybody else could have done a better thing. Like, if I had to guess, I'd be like, what? Robert's going to be like, you're going to be stupid, and we're going to jump the gorge together, and I'll kiss you during that, and that'll be our first kiss. And Taylor would be like, I don't know. Maybe, like, I don't know. Maybe write a song for me, you know, and then kiss me then. You were so nice to me. You started my education on what constitutes a party. You helped me prepare for the leg. You made me feel like it was okay that I was some bumbling dork. And then I made you feel terrible. I should have felt terrible. I hit you with my car. Like, motherfucker, I ran you over. Not over, but I just ran into you, and you actually took it like a stuntman, and in a way that, like, you're like, oh no, this happens all the time, and I don't think you were lying. I think it does happen all the time. Enough that you're like, oh yeah, no, I totally, like, know how to do this so that I don't get damaged, and I also don't kill the driver. You what? You guys don't know? Oh yeah, no. Like, I know this guy from camp years ago, and then first time we meet, I fucking run him down. He's like, to be honest, I shouldn't have been in the fucking street. You barely nicked me. It was nothing. Of course it was. he like rubbed his elbow and shoulder a bit, and then he was pretty much good.